Pokemon is going through a huge boom right now, but is it deserved? Should other TCGs be taking their spotlight? Well, I bought 7 of the biggest TCGs and opened them to find out if Pokemon is really worth the hype in comparison. And at the end of the video, we will be opening this Crown Zenith tin to compare Pokemon and see if it deserves to be the GOAT. Now, each TCG, I did some research into find out what was the best set from it, and I know that's subjective, so if you don't think that I chose the best set for the TCG, then let me know in the comments what your favorite is. As I go, I'm gonna give every single set a rating out of 10 based on the art, card quality, packaging, and vibes. And it's obviously a subjective list, so try not to get too annoyed at the comments. And if this video does well enough, I might do a part 2. And here we have all of the TCGs that I'm going to be looking at, put them in a little tin, and we're going to be starting with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a classic. I have both collected and played it as a kid. It's actually the only TCG that I think I've properly, played. I never played Pokemon, I just, traded and collected. And this is the 25th anniversary reprint of, the original Legend of Blue Eyes series, so I'm pretty sure it's literally just got the same cards in. For anyone that isn't familiar, we can have a look on my screen here at the set list, which is obviously the set's called Legend of Blue Eyes, so Blue Eyes White Dragon is probably the most sought after card in this set, followed very closely by Dark Magician. Exodia's in this set, Guy the Fierce Knight, all of the Exodia pieces, Monster Reborn, Red Eyes. Dude, there are so many cool cards. Even Celtic Guardian and Curse of Dragon. Basically, you see here, I've got this rarity scale on TCG Player. It's ordering it by rarity. Any ultra rare or super rare, I would be incredibly happy with, right? Even, the secret rares, Gaia the Dragon Champion as I forgot what this is called. A fusion card? I think it's a fusion card. It'll be so sick. So I'm very excited to open up these 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs. And I guess without any further ado, let's start the opening. Now, the whole point of this is not to be like, oh, well, this is worth less money. This must be cringe, right? I don't give a shit about that, if you know, on this channel. And I think because Pokemon is the only set of cards that I open, I've got so used to the artwork that I don't really appreciate it as much as I should. And I feel like opening new sets, I'm going to appreciate everything, including a Dissolver Rock. Because, who the fuck's this guy? But the art's pretty sick. Also, corners on this is very interesting. They've got, very sharp, pointy corners. Interesting. Sparks, dude, I used to use this. It does 200 life points, and I'd always use it against my friends to do the last little bit of damage. But I mean, that was before it was before I got really competitive. Maskai, the legendary swordsman, I think he's one of the guys that you need for the flaming swordsman, right? The fusion, the polymerization one. Speaking of which, this is definitely some kind of rare. Does it tell me? I know that the writing's shiny. It's not like a holo, but this is a fusion card. This is kind of cool. Yo, speaking of polarization, holy, that's a holo right there. That is a sick card. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know how the packs work. Is this the only holo? Is this the reverse rare for Pokemon? And then this is the rare? Ooh, exciting. It probably is, right? Okay, that was our rare. Okay, but that's a sick rare. Let me get the sleeves out on this. Oh my god, these sleeves are so big for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't realize how much smaller they were. But that is really cool. Okay, 2 more packs of this? This is sick. So I wonder if it's a guaranteed holo in each pack, or if I was just lucky with that. I'm not sure. Either way, if polymerization's the only holo we get in these 3 packs, I think I've lucked out, right? Trial of Nightmare. Some of the art in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so sick, but then sometimes, the background, this is just a untextured fucking PNG looking, it looks bad. Electro Whip, Vile Germs, Silver Fang. This is a classic little wolfy boy. I mean, it's a very basic, right? Silhouette of the moon. Well, not a silhouette, the opposite of a silhouette. It's nostalgic for sure. Okay, here we go. Here's our not secret rare. Here's our reverse rare, or whatever it's called in Yu-Gi-Oh! Goblin's Secret Remedy. I saw the word secret and called it a secret rare. And that means the holo, if there is one, will be here. Okay, so we're not guaranteed a holo. That makes me feel so much better about the polymerization. Drooling Lizard. That'd be me looking at my polarization, bro. The 13th grade. Basic Insect. Oh, and Legendary Sword. Wait, these 2 are kind of sick. Dude, these cards are actually so cool. And what's crazy is I don't think these are going to be the coolest cards that we come across, because, spoiler alert, I've looked at some of the set list of some of the packs that we're going to be opening, and they're really cool. Okay, and the last Yu-Gi-Oh pack, well, at least for this video, I love Yu-Gi-Oh, and this might open up different avenues. I've talked previously about not wanting to collect Japanese cards in Pokemon because I'll spend too much money on them. And this is opening so many avenues of potential money spending. Oh no, dude, I'm not cut out for this. My wallet is not gonna survive through this. Hitosumi Giant, dude, terrifying. This is something that you don't really see in Pokemon. It's a card that you look at and go, that guy is creepy as hell. I don't want to see him ever. And then you just get like humans that are like cards that you play, like monsters. I wouldn't call this guy a monster, right? He's a warrior, but he is a monster, technically. Okay, this is our reverse rare, so our holo. We didn't get a holo. Dude, the fact that we got one holo and it was polymerization is actually so sick. I'm so happy with that. Hell yeah, dude. This is a classic card. Okay, the Furious Sea King. Sogon D's nuts. One-Eyed Shield Dragon. That's... I'm not going to make a joke. Okay, and Basic Insect. Sick. Okay, that was really cool. And I think the artwork in this set is pretty sick. But I think mainly the artwork in this set is sick because it's nostalgic to me. And there's probably better sets that I could have chosen for Yu-Gi-Oh! That showcase some of the crazy artwork that is, like, in the current sets. Because that's a reprint of their, like, one of their first ever sets that they did. So I don't think it's too fair to judge them on the artwork. But I do think, overall, it's really cool. However, I think Pokemon clears on, like, a card-by-card basis, especially current Pokemon with, like, the art rares. I am biased, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't won me over yet, even if this card is really cool. Now, the last thing that I want to compare with Pokemon is the pricing, and it cost me £4.75 for each pack, which this is obviously, like, not a recent pack. This was for the 25th anniversary, and this set came out in 2020, which is like 5 years ago. And if you compare that to any set that came out in 2020 for Pokemon, you are not getting it for £5 a pack. So I think this is going to be a running theme throughout this video, where I think we're going to be getting much cheaper TCGs than Pokemon, because Pokemon is maybe the most expensive TCG, at least currently. Overall, I'm going to give Yu-Gi-Oh! A 6, because the art's kind of cool, and I don't want to get clouded too much by the nostalgia, but the cards were really sick. But there definitely could be more done with the artwork. However, you do get a lot of value with your money, so that gave it a couple of extra points. Okay, next we have One Piece. Now, the thing that I want to talk about with One Piece is how chunky these packs are. Like, I don't know how to really showcase this to you guys. Here's a Pokemon pack just for comparison. And, like, look at the side-by-side. It is almost, like, double the thickness. It is crazy thick. And it says there's only 12 cards in a booster, but, like, that's, what, 1 more or 2 more cards than Pokemon? I can't remember. I think Pokemon's 10. It doesn't feel like it's only 2 extra cards, so these must be some chunky packs. And I know nothing about One Piece TCG. I haven't collected it. I've never opened a pack. I've watched a little bit of the anime, but not much, and I've watched the Netflix live-action series, and that's about as far as my knowledge goes. So I googled, like, what was the best set, and I looked at some, like, Reddit forums, and they said Romance Dawn is, like, the go-to. So you can tell me how wrong that is in the comments. But if we have a look at the set list that I've managed to pull from their website, first of all the cards say the word sample on, which is annoying. And then you can order all of the cards, like, in illustration type or card type or block icon or color, and I have no idea which one of those makes it so you see the rarer ones. But I think the easiest way to tell if you've got a cool card in One Piece is just by the art, right? I'm sure there is some sort of holo to them, but if your card is, like, breaking the border like this is, and like this Sanji card is, for example, dude, this looks so sick. Some of the art in this set looks crazy cool. Look at this Monkey D. Luffy, dude. And even the, what I would assume are, like, regular cards, even though they seem like just, like, some of them seem like they are either from the manga or they're from the anime. They're just a still from it. so it's not like as cool. Some of them are like hand drawn. They've got loads of different art styles, which is something I really like about Pokemon. And some of the dudes are pretty fucking sick. Like I haven't got very far through One Piece. Where the fuck is a lion-y fat guy come from? This is sick as hell. Oh, lion-y fat guy but bigger? Hell yeah, I'll take it. I think my lack of knowledge in One Piece in general is going to make me appreciate this more because everything's going to look so sick. So, I guess without further ado, let us open the One Piece. Can we find the One Piece? Is the One Piece real? That's what people who like One Piece say, right? First thing I'm noting, these packs are hard to get into, bro. This plastic is thick. It's also not very tight around the cards. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Dude, wait, how the hell do you get in them? Oh, is that like a tear? Bro, what the hell? I don't have any scissors here. Are you supposed to? Oh, you are. Okay, there is a tear. Dude, I hate opening packs like down a tear thing, though. That's not good. Oh, no. This is a nightmare. Okay. I'm going to damage the cards, bro. What if I've got a big lion guy in this one? Oh, my God. Okay, that was like the hardest pack I have ever had to open, ever. Is that the back of the cards? Dude. Wait, the back of these cards looks so cool. Oh, wait, is this a promo thing? This is not a back of a card? One Piece Film Red. Check website for more details. Okay, interesting. Oh, and yeah, I've seen the back of these cards. Okay. We're starting off with, this is taking up the full art of the card, but it's not breaking the barriers. But he is breaking some barriers for sure. Holy, look at this guy. Okay. The cards aren't very glossy. I don't know. They feel just like card. I know they are cards, and that sounds like a silly thing to say. Ooh, Krieg. Dude, action pose. Looks kind of sick. There's no hollow on him or anything, so I'm assuming he's just a normal dude. But, dude, wait. We're getting loads of the full arts of, like, action people being cool as hell. This is sick. Okay, this is the regular cards that I was expecting. Maybe I've already gone through the rare ones, or maybe there's a mixture. This is so interesting. Another full arty looking card. Okay, this guy's got no text. Why does he have nothing written here? Why is there a space for something to be written? Do you get to write it in the game? Do you get to come up with your own abilities? That's kind of sick. Whoa, speaking of sick, what the fuck is happening with this guy? Why has he got tadpoles coming out of his neck? Is that his skin? Is this a squid on his head? What's happening here? That's crazy. Okay, this guy's just called Killer. Okay, you could have come up with some better names, I'll be honest. Kyoshiru? That art's really cool. But we've hit no, like, shiny cards. I like my shiny cards, you know? Okay, well, this is different colors. 2-color card. Crocodile. Interesting. Oh, and, okay, first hollow-ish card. I think this is a hollow card. We got Usopp, who's, like, fucking fan favorite, one of the boys. And Miss All Sunday is like the final hollow hit. So can you get any of the cards that I've gone through previously? Can you get any of those in a hollow? Because that's kind of sick. Pokemon used to have like rares that you could get as a hollow, but you'd have them as non-hollows as well. So I guess it's something like that. Okay, pack number 2 of One Piece. I'm hoping this will be easier to open, and maybe it was just that one that was cringe. I'm trying to open from the top again because I hate doing the teardown. The packaging, like the plastic of the packs, is really, really hard to open. That wasn't just me failing on the first one. The second one was also hard. Okay, so we've got a couple full arts, I think, at the start, but, dude, the lines, the art on this, the colors are so sick. And I'm guessing that, oh, dude, I saw this one when we go through the card list. This one looks sick. I'm guessing that these can also be in a hollow, like I was saying before about, because they look like the same kind of card as this. But if I'm using my knowledge of TCGs in general, I feel like this isn't like that cool of a card, right? Or at least I don't think the art was that cool, but he could be a big boy. See, this is sick. If this was hollow, I'd be like, Smiley, that's such a cool fucking card. Holy shit. Okay. We got him again! Blank Marco! What the hell Marco doing? Okay, Elephant's Marchu. Well, I was like, where's the elephant? Is he part of that elephant? What's happening here? I don't understand. Yay, we got the lion guy. Hell yeah. Can we get the close-up lion guy? Find out in the next episode of One Piece. And we got Big Nip Dude. Oh, King. Dude, this guy looks crazy cool. 5,000 special? I guess that's not a lot looking at some of the others, but okay. And we get a holo Okiku. I don't think I've ever seen her before. She's not as cool as Usopp. And the big hit for this one. Ooh, this guy looks sick. Wait, what? Oh, wait, and we get a... Oh, is this always what you get? Your turn? Wait, is there something on the back of this? Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. Dude. Close up of this guy. X-Drake. Has he got wings, or is that like a cape? I love his swords. Character design kind of peak. The holo, like, is nice, but it's not very textured. It's just kind of a shine to it. And I don't know if there's, like, extra cool One Piece holos that are, like, have a texture to them as well. Right now, it doesn't feel like anything too special. But I will say, for, like, just a TCG of an anime, I know that that's technically what Pokemon is, and I know that's technically what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is and what most of these are, but it doesn't feel like a cash grab. It feels like there's been some love and effort put into it. Okay, Kanjuro, Kurozumi Higurashi. Does he have no teeth? What the hell's... Oh, he does have some teeth. They're just, like, brown. Very weird teeth. This guy's very weird. One Piece in general is a bit weird, isn't it? Let's face it. Wire. Dude, some of the character designs are crazy in this. Like, I don't really know what's going on. Hold'em? Is he... That other guy had an elephant for a chest. This guy has a lion for a crotch. What's going on there? Oh, shit. That guy like a sandy arm. That's kind of cool. I don't even know what's going on there. So there's a huge hand. Izo, Sasaki, insane. The teeth, and then the tusk, and then just a huge fucking belly. Let's go, dude. That's my king. Gordon, looks like Frankenstein. Nico Robin. Okay, and this is a holo. This is the reverse holo, right? Or is it maybe just a regular holo? I don't know. And then the hit. Ooh. Punk Gibson. This is cool. It's like a gold card, but I don't know if it is a gold card. I think it's just a holo version of these cards, right? And I think this is just maybe like a magic card or like a trap card in like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I'm trying to think of an equivalent that I understand, but it still looks cool. Okay, so I don't think we got anything crazy, but I do think that despite not hitting like anything huge with these, just the like regular holos that you get, like the stuff that I got out of 3 packs without doing very well, is probably better art-wise than 3 packs in Pokemon that you're not doing very well in, right? But how does it compare price-wise? Well, these packs were on eBay for £12 each, which is considerably more expensive than the Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs. And now these are now out in 2022, 23 years old, and I guess there are some Pokemon packs that are out now that costs £12. Like the market value of like Destined Rivals is probably close to like £12. So I guess I can't blame it too much. And I'm sure if you got this for retail, it would feel like much better value for money. So One Piece out of 10, I think I would give it a 7, but I'm not a very pleased 7. The only thing that's holding it back, I think, is how much I spent on those packs, because the artwork is really, really cool. I'm not too much of a fan of the feel of the cards. They feel like I could have printed them out, like, if I wanted to, and I didn't get the vibe of that with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't get the vibe of that with Pokemon. They almost feel too thick, and the thickness and the strength of them makes them feel cheap. And I don't know how to explain that, and I guess the best way I can explain that is, like, the holo has nothing cool about it apart from the shine. It is just a gloss. And like I said, maybe they're like the other holos are like super textured and cool. But in my opinion, from what I can see here, not great. But the artwork carries this, dude. Like, look at this guy. Drake looks well cool. King, the regular art's like this fucking dude, and the guy with an elephant chest. I don't know, some of these designs are sick. Like, look at the art on this, and this is just a regular card, I'm pretty sure, unless I pulled like a secret rare without realizing. So it has potential, and I could see One Piece down the line being like a really, really sick set. And if we go back to the card list, just because I didn't pull the cards doesn't mean that there aren't really cool ones. Like, this card looks fucking amazing. But if it's not textured and it is basically the same as this, then I think they could up their game. Okay, speaking of upping their game, this is like the OG of trading cards. I'm pretty sure Magic the Gathering has been around for fucking centuries, it feels like. And I'm pretty sure Magic the Gathering is owned by, Wizard of the Coast, and that's the reason that Pokemon went to Wizard of the Coast to do their original TCG, right? So hey, I love vintage cards. I should love Magic the Gathering. And again, I went for Ikoria. It was hard looking into Magic the Gathering stuff because it's been around for so long. When you ask online, oh, what's the best Magic the Gathering set? People say like really, really old sets that cost a fuck ton of money. So this is like a modern-ish set that I think people at least said was cool. So I hope I haven't failed completely on this. And it's about the same age range as all the others. This came out in 2020. And I don't really know anything about Magic the Gathering either. I've never played. I've never opened a pack. So this will be my first Magic the Gathering pack. So I don't know how it works with like different rarities and things. I know that there's different like colors of cards that's how the game is played. Like each color is like a different deck, I think maybe. And then there's like land and stuff at the bottom. Yeah, and then there's multicolored cards. And if I had to guess, I'd say that multicolored cards are all the cool cards. Because look at some of the arts that are here. If these are just regular cards, like I'm scrolling down and it's hard to tell what is classed as a regular card and what is classed as like a really fucking sick card. Because some of the monster designs are fucking crazy. Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. Hello? Trumpeting Gnar. He looks crazy. But then I've scrolled up to like just green color, and look at some of the fucking monsters and shit in green color. Fully grown, look at this dude. And like Fire Prophecy, this artwork, it looks so sick. So I don't know if I'm gonna be looking through this in terms of like holos and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna find opening cards in this set. But again, same as One Piece, these are chunky, but these should be chunky because they are 15 cards in a pack, which is sick. So I guess we will get started and I will open up my first Ikoria pack. Ikoria. Oh, dude, hello. Wizards of the Coast know how to do their packs because that opened so much easier than One Piece. What the hell? Ooh. Okay, and instantly, again, Wizards of the Coast know their shit. These cards feel like cards. They don't feel as cheap as One Piece did. These feel real cool. Mutual Destruction. Dude, I feel like I want to like look at these under a magnifying glass. There's so much detail in all of these cards. Something that I've noticed with these is all of the art seems to be very similar, as in like the art style. It doesn't change so much between artist or between card. Capture Sphere, is that like a dinosaur? And then just a human? There's a human in this world? Ferocious Tigerilla. Holy shit, dude. Look at this guy. What the hell? That's one of my favorites. That's so sick. And then, yeah, this is just full on dinosaur. It literally is a dinosaur. Okay, cool. Imposing Vantasaur. Unlikely Aid. I don't know what this creature is, but looks cool. Snare Tactician. Migratory Greathorn. He like fucking... I can't tell where the creature ends and where like fucking twigs begin. Hampering Snare. Suffocating Fumes. Ooh, Zagoth Mamba. Dude, the color on this. This is so sick. I am... Glowstone Recluse. Nope, we'll move on from the spider. Part of me is like desperately hoping that there's going to be some holo at some point, because these cards look really cool, but if there was like a little bit of shine to some of them at the end, maybe. Dinosaur Beast is like the last card, and is this like a hit technically? Is this a rare? I'm looking at some of the things and trying to figure out what means what, like the numbers at the bottom. Oh, this has got a shiny bit. Wait, is this my rare? This has got like a shiny bit right there, and none of the others did. So I guess Skycat Sovereign is my rare. I didn't even notice that I got that. When did I get it? Did I even read that one out? And Dinosaur Beast like goes past the borders here. So I feel like this one's cool too. Those two can go in my cool pile for now. I know people obviously collect Magic the Gathering, but it really feels like it's TCG first and collection second. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, it must make sense, because what the fuck is this if it's not for the TCG, right? Tokens that you can pop out? Very sick. Oh, we didn't even look at the back of the cards. This is so iconic, right? The back of these cards. I was going to say nostalgic, but I've never opened Magic, so this is not nostalgic for me, but probably nostalgic for some people. Springjaw Trap? What is this? Five Nights at Freddy's? What the hell's going on here? Perimeter Sergeant? Interesting. Surgeon? Maybe it is Surgeon. I don't know. Dead Weight? Oh, it's like a mouse that got trapped in a little thing. Honey Mammoth? Dude, the creatures in this are crazy. I know I keep saying it, but like, the creature design, what the fuck is this? Of One Mind? Who are you, dude? Pyroceratops. Holy, there's just a fucking fire Triceratops? Hell yeah, dude. This is so sick. When I talk about art in Pokemon, I feel like this is a different level, right? Each one of these is art. Like, if this was big and put on like a huge canvas on a wall, okay, maybe this, maybe not the one where it's a big ferret-looking thing licking a human, but some of them, like, see, this is just art, you know? This is really cool. Porcuparrot. That's kind of sick. I like the colors. Okay, this is the rare. Colossification. It's just a fucking huge cat. Okay, the rare being two of them. I've just got big cats for my rares. And then the last card was just a land. But last time it was almost like a full art looking thing. Interesting. Okay. Maybe the last card does have a chance to be something cool, but it just hasn't been. I'm unsure. Okay. And the last Magic the Gathering pack. This one comes with a map. Find Magic events near me. That's kind of sick. Oh, wait. This is a card? What? Shark. A flying shark. A token creature. What the what's happening? This is like the code card, I thought. But it's... Why has it got a thing on the back? What is happening here? Okay. At this point, I'm like art fatigued. Frost Lynx? Dude, this looks like Soul Tiger from Yu-Gi-Oh! Dude, it looks so cool. I'm sorry, Spell Eater Wolverine. This is peak. Wolverines are so cool, and it's like got fucking red lightning coming from it. This feels like fan service, but specifically for me. Never mind. I don't like scorpions. Fuck off. Oh, no. You look like you'd be a parasite inside me. No, thank you. Memory leak. Dude, what the fuck? Talk about, like, art that could be on a canvas on a wall. This is insane. Some kind of demonic creature that's, like, disintegrating into butterflies. Dude, that's so cool. Blazing Volley. We saw him before. Weaponize the monsters. Ooh, this is definitely a cool thing. Lord Drakis is a cool thing, but there's no holo. Is there no holo at all in Magic the Gathering? Or is it just this set? Did I choose a bad set? Because I've seen some Magic the Gathering, like, crossovers with, like, Doctor Who and stuff that have holos. So maybe I cringed. I didn't cringe on the artwork, though, because the art is fucking fire. Dude, that one's well cool. Splendor Mare. Gigantha? The Wellspring, which is our, this is our rare. Oh, sick. Does look kind of cool. And then Dismal Blackwater. Oh, wait, what? We got we got a real holo. Yes, let's go. Excavation Mole. We got a mole. Let's go. So we did get an actual holo, which is very cool. The purple of the holo looks really nice. And it's, you know how I was complaining about One Piece being like too glossy and whatnot? This holo feels like how I would want a holo to look, you know? Like it's integrated to the card a little bit more. Very nice. Okay, so we were just unlucky, but there are holos is what I'm learning. So where is Excavation Mole on here? Oh, so I got this card. Can any of the cards be holo? How do I know which ones can be holo and which ones can't be? I don't know. Okay, so I don't think I need to explain to you guys why that was so sick, because you saw the artwork that I did. And it gets even cooler when you look at this and realize that I paid £6.40 for each of these packs. And they have 15 cards in, and all of the artwork is that sick. And you get a potential of a holo with what seems to be a guaranteed rare in every pack. And some crazy cool art like this, with some holos like this. Dude, Magic might clear. This might be like a 9 out of 10. I reserve the rights to change my grading later on in the video if there ends up being a better 9 out of 10, but this feels like a good 9. Sorry for hitting the mic. And it is also worth noting that the Magic the Gathering set is like the only set that's completely original. right? Like, all of the other TCGs that we've covered so far are based off another source material, and they are a trading card game of something that already exists, whereas Magic the Gathering is a trading card game first and foremost, right? I don't think it's based off anything. I could be wrong about that as well. Our next packs are definitely based off something. This is Lorcana, and we have 3 packs of the first chapter here. And something that I find very funny is they are 8 years and up, which is like, what is... Sorry, these are Disney fucking trading cards. What do you mean you have to be 8 years or older to play with them? Now, if we have a look on their website for the first chapter, for some reason, they're all black and white until you hover over them. But there are some, like, really cool cards. It's like every single thing that you could possibly think of that relates to Disney, basically. Like, all of the animated series. So I think I'm just going to be super excited opening all of this. But I scrolled all the way down to the bottom to see, like, what are the, like, I guess the big full art hits that you can get. And there's some really cool ones. Tinkerbell Giant. Simba is, like, a returned king. The genie is really cool. This fucking Mickey Mouse. Holy shit. Aura, am I right? Mickey Mouse as a wayward sorcerer goes fucking hard. And also Mickey Mouse as a rogue, I guess. Hades with fucking golden fire hair. Elsa doing her thing. There's some sick cards in this. And I wouldn't say I'm a Disney adult, but I do like Disney, and I am not afraid to say so. So I am very excited to open these packs. Hopefully, we get some cool stuff, and hopefully the feel of the cards is just as cool and not as cringe as One Piece. And already, I think it's feeling a little bit better. The gloss definitely reminds me of One Piece, though, I will say. I don't know. Very different corner cuts. It's interesting how all these different companies form their cards, you know? We have Pongo. Hey Hey. Oh, this is from Moana, right? The little duck. The little chicken. Freeze. Okay, so they got, like, spells and items and stuff. Develop your brain. Simba. That's got to be a good card, right? We got a Simba. The beast is mine. Oh, it's, what's his name? Gaston. Cinderella. Dude, we got Cinderella? That's kind of sick. I know it's all about, like, the big hits and stuff. Ransack. Aladdin. Okay, so I'm learning. Hold on, we're close to the end. Hades. Oh, a Hollow Jasmine. And, oh, is this just the code card at the back? I think it is. God damn it. Okay, we got a Hollow Jasmine, though. That's kind of cool. Again, I wonder if you're guaranteed a Hollow in every pack, or if we were just lucky then. I'm starting to think that, like, this set isn't maybe as cool as I was hoping it would be, because I'm opening each and going like, oh, I recognize that from this movie, but I don't think I'm ever going like, oh, this artwork looks really cool, right? I'm like, oh, my brain knows that that's Stitch. I like Stitch from the movie, so that's cool. But I'm not really, like, if it's a card that I don't know, I don't really care about this, and the artwork's not that cool. This looks kind of sick, to be fair. But wait, Cruella de Vil, but with, like, some kind of magic green stuff going on? Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil, if she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. I don't know what the song goes like. Moving on to Donald Duck, Prince Eric. See what I mean? Like, Aurora, this is cool, right? But the artwork isn't, like, anything too special. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too mean, too harsh on it. Okay, I wasn't being too mean because they upped their game. Goofy as a musketeer, this one goes hard as fuck. Look at the colors and the framing and stuff. Wait, this is sick. And then Donald Duck from the same place, also as a musketeer. Dude, let's go. And then the genie. Okay, the genie doesn't look as cool, I'll be honest. But I would like a really cool hollow, please. Oh, a hollow Tomota. Oh, is this the crab that sings the shiny song in Moana? Someday I'll grow up to be the most crabulous crustacean the world has ever seen. Sorry if I was opening that off camera, by the way. I keep on forgetting that I have to hold it down here. Okay, 2 hollows. I think you're guaranteed a hollow, is what I'm gathering. And the last pack, we've got an Elsa pack. Do you think that means we're due like a big hit? I'm also realizing I don't feel like I've got a big hit out of any of these packs so far. In any of, like, I don't mean any of the Lorcana, I mean any packs at all that I've opened this video. Nothing crazy has happened. This Goofy's kind of cool, though. A Daredevil Goofy. Hakuna Matata, that's going to be a cool card. If that was a holo, maybe there's a holo version of it. That would be really cool. A magic broom. Oh, the Stampede that fucking killed Mufasa. No, dude, what the hell? Captain Hook looking crazy as hell. That's more of a hook, more than a hook. What's going on here? Wait, he's got like a full blade. That ain't a hook, dude. Okay. Rapunzel letting down her hair. That's sick. I love Tangled, dude. Tangled's such a good movie. Rafiki looking cool. Yeah, so, the art isn't really doing it for me. And some of these are just like, what's going on here? Why do I care about this? John Silver. Treasure Island, I think he's from. Treasure Planet. And a holo wardrobe. Bro, I got a stinker. What the fuck is this? A holo wardrobe? Oh, hell no. I got cooked by Disney Lorcana. Again, I looked this up, and the first chapter was supposed to be like one of the better Disney Lorcana sets. And I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I'm looking up now, and I'm really hoping I didn't pay too much for this, because that was not cool. No, £13 a pack. Oh, dude, that's one of the most expensive of this video so far. And it was ass. Oh, I feel like Disney Lorcana is getting a 4 out of 10. Maybe I'm doing a disservice. Maybe if I got any of these cool cards, the holo would make me feel better. But it feels, quality-wise, it doesn't feel great. The holos do look better, I think, than like One Piece holos did. At least the regular ones. The quality feels a bit better, but the art is nowhere near One Piece. And for price, that bumps it down definitely to a 4. That is cringe. Disney losing so far. Okay, next up is Digimon, and I actually got a free random Great Dash 1 card per pack Digimon thing with this purchase, so I'll probably open that too. But I meant to get Digimon card game Double Diamond. I loved Digimon as a kid. I watched the movies, watched the TV show. I never collected like a trading card of it. I didn't even know that Digimon did trading cards. I think I played a couple Digimon games back in the day, but Digimon games aren't that good. And I was looking through the card list of Double Diamond, and dude, some of these arts actually look crazy cool. I have no idea, like, where the regular cards end and where the like cool cards begin, because like it seems like 50% of the cards are really sick, like full arts. Like, look at some of these. I know these say alternate arts, so I'm guessing that like I can't get the regional champions one, for example. But like, this is sick. Some of these are so cool. And the set doesn't seem too big, because like a lot of these are just taken up by alternate arts that I can't actually get from the packs. So I feel like I have a really good chance of getting some cool art in this. And I love creatures and cool shit like that, so I think I'm going to get some cool creatures, which is great. I'm going to open this though first, because it's just one card, and it'll hopefully be a good taster of what Digimon's like. Okay, and we get... Oh, wait, it is! Metal Garurumon! I know Garurumon! Yo! That's sick! What the hell? This is cooler already. Hey, this is getting it a 5 out of 10. Guaranteed. It's better than Disney Lorcana instantly. One card and it's sick? I'll take that every day. You'll have to let me know in the comments if anyone collects Digimon. Was that rare? Or is that like... Was I expected to get like a cool card out of that? Or maybe that isn't classed as a cool card, but it is to me. Oh no, we're back on hard to open packs again, by the way, guys. Oh, it's one of the tear ones, bro. Tear packs literally die, because there's no option now apart from to ruin all the cards. Like, where am I supposed to go now? This is awful. I'm tearing against the cards. Luckily, I guess it's Digimon, so I don't care too much. But like, what if there's something really cool in here, dude? Okay, we've got Boogimon. Dude, I love Digimon so much. Boogimon, very sick. Nani? Nani? Dude, he's just a freaking head with legs and arms. That's crazy. Tinkermon? Okay. This is just a girl. This is not a monster. This is doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Okay, now we're onto some cool creatures. Parasaurmon. I love this. You got a little hat on? Hell yeah, dude. Eosmon. Whoa. Mermucusmon. probably. Dude, his legs are fucking huge. And the wings and the... This is almost... Hey, does it look a bit like Moonbryon? the art bit with the top? I don't know. Maybe this is the new Moonbryon, guys. I've pulled him right here. Dragomon. Dude, it looks like a Kraken. That's crazy. Teropiamon. Wizardmon. Agumon! Yes, dude! Okay, hey, I see the card I like. I see the character that I remember. I like him. He is cool. Oh, an Assistamon Kiel. Do we get one more after this? We do. Morphmon. Okay, nice. Okay, currently I am pleasantly surprised. I might be marking it down for it having to open in a weird way, but I managed to open it my own way that time, which is all right. And I'm hoping to get a couple more Digimon that I recognize, or at least some of the cool arts that we saw looking through the set list. Deputymon looks very cool. Like, I'm realizing now that it's harder to get the alternate arts. Most of the cards are just these regular ones, which is fine. This is kind of how all cards are, right? Like, Octomon looks kind of sick, but... Dude, wait, I take it back. Deltamon? This looks fucking crazy cool. The art on that's sick, and this is just a regular card. Oh, Digimon's upped their game from what I remember. BBmon looks very cute. Moijamon? Mayajamamon? She's let herself go. Oh, breaking out of the barriers with the wings. Ornisamon? Dude. Oh, Manticoremon. This one looks really cool. I love the yellow being like a gold at the bottom. That's sick. And, oh, we got a fucking duplicate in 2 packs? Boo, cringe. I don't think that's really Digimon's fault, but it could be that the set isn't big enough and maybe it needs to be a bit bigger. Maybe that's a criticism. I don't know. I'm loving this, though. The Digimon arts are like a middle ground, I guess, between like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, it feels like, where they're a little bit more edgy and they've got like crazy cool designs and like humans and shit, but you've still got the playful cuteness of some of the Pokemon. I don't know. Let me know what you think. This is cool. Judgment of the Blade. Forbidden Trident. Giga Draymon. I'm trying to figure out what's even going on. Oh, there's his wings. He's got, like, guns for hands. Seems to be a lot of guns for hands in Digimon that I don't seem to remember. Azuramon. He's got, like, 4 arms. He's like a flaming god Machamp. That's kind of sick. Ferrismon. He's got to be the evolution of Boogieymon, whoever we saw before, the devil-looking motherfucker. Deputymon's pretty sick. Volcanomon, and there's... What? Sorry, Volcanomon? What are the lore implications of this card? There's 2 Agumon, one of them's black, and they're playing the Digimon trading card game in a Digimon trading card with a different fucking person behind him? A different Digimon? Why is Agumon there? Why are they playing the card game? Fly Bullet, alright, is this the holo? You're kidding me. 3 times? 3 times, Digimon? What the hell? Ooh! And we get a Zulongmon. This is definitely a cool boy. Oh, I just dropped him. Okay, we are definitely sleeving a Zulongmon up. Dude, this is well cool. So it's like a water spirit with like some kind of weird mustache and beard going on, but it's like chained up. Very strange. I'm not really sure what's going on in the actual art. Are they his eyes? I think so. I can't tell you what's actually going on, but I can tell you that it looks cool, you know? And I can't get over the fact that I got a fucking Metal Garurumon in like just a random 1-card pack. This is the coolest card that we've maybe got the whole video. I love Garurumon, dude. Hell yeah. I think that was very successful. Digimon as a trading card game might be kind of sick. Well, the art, obviously I've never played and don't really know how to play. But even this BBmon looks cool. I don't like how there's no border at the bottom. It looks like every card has been miscut. So aesthetically, that part's a bit cringe. But like on this Metal Garurumon, it doesn't happen on this one for some reason. And this one looks really cool. If they were all like this, I think I'd prefer it better. So out of 10, ooh, I don't know, that's tricky. It's definitely no Magic the Gathering, but I think it genuinely could be an 8 out of 10. Like, that was actually really sick. It might be the most fun that I've had opening cards this whole video. Yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like that's a good... Oh, wait, what? How much did it cost, though? That's the question. Did I get a good deal? I definitely did. It was only £4 a pack, dude. And I got a free Lil pack that gave me a Metal Garurumon. Yes, dude. Very sick. I'm super happy with that. Hell yeah. Okay, the next pack to open, the next set, is Dragon Ball Super. Now, I've never really been into Dragon Ball to the point where I didn't know Super was a thing and thought every Dragon Ball was Dragon Ball Z. I only recently learned that that's not the case. But I have been recommended a ton of YouTube shorts that are to do with Dragon Ball. And I guess it's Dragon Ball Super specifically because I've seen a bunch of Beerus and this guy who's like telling Goku that he's got to go through training and stuff to become the best Super Saiyan or some shit. I don't know. It's crazy. I've never seen an episode, but I know stuff about it because of YouTube shorts. So I went through on TCG Player and just changed the rarity to like all of the cool cards basically, so we can have a look through at some of the potential cards that you can get in this set. Oh, this is specifically the Realm of Gods set. Realm of the Gods. And I was expecting Dragon Ball cards to look cool, but some of these, like, with all of the different characters going Super Saiyan, or whatever it is if they're not a Saiyan, whatever it's called, like Beerus doing his fucking crazy power level shit, all of these cards look so cool, and I know that I'm scrolling through all of the highest rarities, so of course they're gonna look cool, but, like, they all look really fucking cool. So if we hit any big cards, I think Dragon Ball might have the potential to be a top tier card, a top tier set, but it's not really fair judging the whole entire card set based on what hits we get in the packs, right? The reason I'm looking through the set list is to like hopefully make it a bit better, a little bit less based on whether I hit big, you know? But we're starting off strong with this Vegeta. Dude, the colors on this is actually crazy. I love this. Wait, are all the cards gonna be like this? Yo, the Frieza looks good too. What? Wait, is every card sick? Hold, every card's like a full art. What's happening? Have I got a god pack? They're not all hollows, so I think this is just the regular cards. Wait. Yo, and this guy looks crazy cool. Finn Evolutionary Premonition. Is Dragon Ball Super the TCG? Is it just Elite? And then we get hollows that look this cool. This guy's like a fucking Devil Dracula. Oh, I didn't mean to drop him. Oh, and then we get Son of Goku. Yo, he's not a hollow, but we got a main character. This is sick. I'm assuming, like most TCGs, there's some kind of hollow or shiny guaranteed in each pack, whether it's a reverse or not. But still, the regular cards in this look amazing. However, this could be a detriment to the cards as a whole, because if all of the cards look sick, then technically none of the cards are sick. Does that make sense? Like, it's less cool to get a hit if all of the regular cards look as cool as the hits. But for me, opening the setup for the first time, it doesn't matter, right? I'm getting all the cool cards. But I can understand that if you're opening this on the regular, it makes opening the cards less fun because you're not chasing a really cool hit because they all look like cool hits. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't change the fact that there is so much effort and like art design in each one of these cards. This is actually so sick. SS Son Goku. Wait, is this Son the son of Goku? Or is this Goku? Is Son Goku... Because it's Son with an O. So it's not like the Sun? I'm not sure what it is. Either way, there's some aliens, I guess. Son Goku again. Challenging a demon god. Very cool. I wish I knew more about Dragon Ball. I'm sorry, I'm a fool. I think the next card will be a hollow. Oh, I was wrong. Sorry, is this guy called Gravy? Annihilation at hand. The guy's called Gravy. That's crazy. Okay, is this the hollow? Oh, it is! Wait, is this a really cool card? I think this is a really cool card. Vegeta, Trunks, Father-Son Onslaught? Wait, dude, this actually goes hard. Hold on. I have no idea how to figure out what rarity this is. Let me see if I can find him. Damn, that's crazy. So I just spent a long time trying to look for it because I was looking through all of the rare cards because I was like, holy shit, this looks so cool. This has to be a rare card. And it's like full hollow. Turns out, bottom right, the UC means that it's uncommon. It's not even a rare. And then, is this the rare? Yeah, this is a rare. Dude, that's crazy to me. They made the uncommon look so fucking sick. I mean, I'm not going to complain that I've got a really cool card, but it definitely goes towards what I was saying about the set, which is like, sure, at a certain point, every card being really cool makes the overall feeling of pulling cool cards less cool, because they're all cool. I'm not going to explain that, but I'm sure, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Also, this is an uncommon as well, but it's not. Look, this says UC in it, and this says UC, but this one is hollow and looks cool as hell. Oh wait, there's another card in it. What? Trunks is on the other side? Are they double-sided? No. What's going on? Is it because Trunks teams up with his dad? So you play it this way, and then when they team up, you turn it around? This is insane. Are many of these cards like this? Is this the only one? This is crazy, dude. Dragon Ball Z is doing some crazy shit. It's not even Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super is doing some crazy shit. If this is, there's no way this is an error, right? Because that would be insane. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so this is an uncommon. It's still, the art looks really cool, but it's not a hollow like the other uncommon is, which is interesting. Still, God, look at the blue with the fucking red Cosmo. This is sick. If some of these had a little bit of shine to them. Son Gohan. Okay. Vegeta father-son teamwork. There's a lot of father-son shit going on. I read that as the pussy destroyer. Sorry, I don't know why. My head is mashed. This room is hot as hell, and I've been opening cards for like an hour and a half at this point. This guy looks creepy as hell. Mogginan. I'm mogging your nan, because I don't know. Is this the hollow? It is! Ooh, Bottomo. To Battle Universe 7. Sorry. This is just Winnie the Pooh, right? Why the hell's Winnie the Pooh in Dragon Ball? What's going on here? And then Trunks Future on the Line is our rare. Does this have a... This doesn't have another card on the back of it. So why is the really cool card also got Trunks on the back of him? This is the coolest card that we pulled the whole video, though, 100%. Okay, and these Dragon Ball packs weren't too crazy. They were roughly £5.50, £6, which is a good price in terms of this video, but for Dragon Ball, maybe I would expect them to be a little bit cheaper. Because like the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh, which should be like a well-established like TCG in my opinion, is cheaper than Dragon Ball TCG seems crazy. But when you look at cards like this and all the artwork on every single card being pretty fucking sick, I don't think I can negatively mark down Dragon Ball just because every card is cool, but it definitely does take away from like the feeling of getting a really cool hit. Saying that, I got this and thought it was really, really cool. Turns out it's not that cool and it's just an uncommon for some reason. I think Digimon is going to be a 7 out of 10, but it is like so close to being an 8 out of 10. It is a very strong 7. And I might bump that to an 8 depending on how I feel at the end of the video, which we are getting closer to because we are on our final new TCG before Pokemon. This is MetaZoo, which I've heard so much about, but never opened. Now, I got 4 packs of Nightfall Cryptid Nation First Edition, and I don't really know what any of those things mean, but dude, look at some of these cards. First of all, look at the pack arts, the colors, and the creatures that are on each one of these. They look so sick already, especially this guy. And then if we come and have a look at the set list, which I'm pretty sure this is the right set, some of these cards... First of all, if the border's red, because that's going to be cool just by itself. You can get Bigfoot, a Chupacabra, a Jersey Devil. These are like real creatures. These are cryptids. This is so sick. Uncle Sam on a snail. Dude, some of these look really cool. And I'm assuming these star-like drawings are going to be like actual hollows on the cards. Because as you scroll down, you get to what I assume are regular cards because they don't have the stars on them. But even the regular cards look really cool. I think I'm going to have to take my time with a lot of these cards because some of the art looks sick. However, some of them is just like, this is a potion. And it looks like a light bulb. This is a bookmark. And it looks like a bookmark. So I don't think all of them are going to be really cool. But the potential for some of these like cool cryptid looking motherfuckers with the hollows... They look very sick. So I'm very excited for this opening. This is maybe the one that I've been looking forward to the most of the whole video. Right, let's start off with the green pack, whatever that means. And I'm so excited for this. This is the one I'm excited about, but I'm also worried about because, like, what if I get addicted to this? I feel like I could get myself addicted to MetaZoo. It looks so cool. This pack is very different to all the other pack materials. I don't know how to describe it. And the cards look and feel... Whoa, sorry, is that already damaged? Dude, these are like heavy damage. Is that normal or have these been resealed? Can you even reseal these? Now that I'm looking at it, this down here... It looks very dodgy, right? The MetaZoo packs normally look like this, or has this actually been resealed? Okay, I'm looking at a video that this guy opened like a box of MetaZoo, and it has the exact same like clamping that these packs do. So I don't think that's the sign of it being resealed. I think the fact that these were stuck down means that it hasn't been resealed. But that's crazy, the level of damage that's on this for it to just be in the packs. Damn, that really sucks. You'll have to tell me in the comments if you think this has been resealed. But from what I can see, the things that made me think it was resealed, like the weird clamping at the top, that's how the packs are in MetaZoo, I think. Alex Handlehound. Okay, this guy's kind of cool. I do love the red borders. Holy, especially when a card's got some red in it. That looks really nice. Poltergeist. This guy's cool with the little skeleton. The art in this is sick. That's the whole point of the video, right? Is looking at sick art. So MetaZoo might be the goats. Brain in a jar, and it's a brain holding a brain in a jar. Very nice. Sinister Shadows. This guy looks crazy. Again, the black with the black and the red with the red. That looks sick. Oh, I skipped two. I didn't mean to do that. We got a Vegiman and then a Hollow Vegiman. Yo, that's kind of cool. Okay, is it crazy? I think I prefer the regular Vegiman to this Hollow Vegiman. And then Hope Diamond, Spiderling Token, Lake, and Dark Aura. Okay, interesting. One pack down, and hey, apart from the fact that I was shocked thinking that these were resealed, it might not be as cool as I thought it was. I thought MetaZoo was going to be like really cool and full of cryptids and cool shit. Maybe it's a little bit more boring than I thought, which is a shame. I was really hyped for MetaZoo. I thought this is going to be peak. Also, these are less damaged, but they're still pretty damaged. And the feeling of the cards, these are very cardboardy and less glossy. These feel like homemade. Destroy Aura. That's what happens every time I start one of these YouTube videos. Cosmic Warp. Possession. This guy looks cool. Tea Kettler. What's the dog doing? What the hell? What the dog doing? Banish. Torrential River. Something I'm realizing is there isn't normal art in this set, right? I was going to say the regular art looks cool. There isn't really any regular art. Like, all of it's fucking weird. Look at this. Zombie Apocalypse. Hell yeah, that looks so sick. Ooh, Abduction. That looks sick. Yo. The Hollow looks really nice on this card. A little alien abduction going on. And then Momo, I think, is our rare, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to figure out what's what. Nameless Token. That's sick. That art's well cool. This is just a token? What the hell? Flame Aura. That's me, dude. That vampire token is so sick. Yo, very cool. Okay, wait. Maybe MetaZoo's the go. All right, now I'm going to open my really cool pack. If I pulled this guy, whoever he is, I'd be super happy with that because he looks cool as hell. But we'll see. We'll wait and see if we pull something cool in this pack. As far as I think, anyway, it feels like the last slot. Maybe I'm calling the rare the wrong thing. It feels like there could be another hollow in this, and then I'm getting a reverse hollow as the shiny ones so far. We'll see. Beast of Blade and Borrow sounds cool, but honestly, the artwork's leaving something to be desired on this one. I'll be real. Some of them look really cool. That one, maybe not so much. Maybe MetaZoo isn't for me. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too much of a hater. This one's cool. Poltergeist looks cool. But then bursting spiderlings. I mean, I'm not a big fan of spiders, but those are some very cute spiders, if I was to be nice. And Sinister Shadow, this looks actually really cool. Like, this... I don't know if Ace do Ace labels of MetaZoo cards, but this in an Ace label would be very cool. Witch's Lightning. Ooh! Bell Witch. Wait, is that one of the arts on the packs? It is! This is Bell Witch on the pack, right? We got a hollow pack art. That's kind of cool. And then, I don't know why, I feel like this is the rare. Oh, that ocean looks amazing. God, I truly think, like, the tokens and shit that you get at the back are, like, some of the coolest art. Because they're, like, full arts. Very cool. And I am glad that we have one more pack to open, because maybe it gives MetaZoo some redemption. Because right now, they're not ranking very highly in my tiers, on my rating scale, and I want them. I'm not biased. I don't know how to describe. I just really want them to do well. I was rooting for MetaZoo, and they're falling. They're falling at the last hurdle. Belled Buzzard. Oh, this guy's cool. Cabbage Town Tunnel Monster. He's pretty sick in the little sewers. Looking cool. Dude, we got so many poltergeists. I think have we got one in every pack? What the hell's happening? I do like him, though. Mermaid Shimmer. Bubbling Brew. Little frog guy. He's cute. Ooh, the Werewolf Defiance. Bloody Hands. Looking kind of fucking aura. Unholy Fire. That goes hard. Ooh. Born from the Earth. I love that. Dude, the holo on this is actually crazy. Compare that to the first holo that we got, the Veggie Man. Dude, Veggie Man is ass compared to this. Born from the Earth, the holo is amazing on this. I love that so much. Holy shit. Ooh, Wood Devil of Coos County. He looks sick. Okay, wait, they pulled it back. They pulled it back in the last bit of the opening. And this Route 66 Shadow Token's also cool. The red on them is really nice. They got like an old feel to them, but in like a cool way. Okay, they pulled it back in the last pack, but I don't think it's anything like too special. And I definitely don't think I would buy them again. And I have a feeling I paid a lot of money for this. Okay, so it was $15 per pack, which is around £12. I'm also just realizing I think I bought 3 and they gave me all 4, which is sick. I'm not complaining. Shout out to Windy City Cryptids. And the postage cost a lot because it was all the way from the US. It ended up being quite expensive, but not actually per pack, especially because I got 4 for the price of 3. I can imagine that with this holo pattern on like some of the cool designs that we saw on that card list, that MetaZoo definitely has a potential to be up there with some of the best. And on a scale of like realism versus like cutesy, this is definitely closer to Magic the Gathering, but I do think Magic the Gathering is that extra tier. So even though I was disappointed with MetaZoo, I don't think it was because it was actually bad. I think I was just expecting it to be really good. Whereas with Digimon, I was expecting it to be really bad and was surprised because it was good. I think this is going to get a 7 out of 10, which isn't bad by any means. I just thought this was going to be like a 9 or a 10 out of 10, you know? Okay, now it is time. We are at the end of the video to open some Crown Zenith to see how well Pokemon compares to all of these different TCGs that I have opened. And I think I chose well to see if Pokemon can compete by choosing Crown Zenith, because the artwork in Crown Zenith is like unrivaled. Setlist time, Crown Zenith. It looks really, really sick. Basically, you guys know Crown Zenith is really cool. We don't need to talk about it too much. But the real pièce de résistance for me is the Galarian Galleries. Like, look at this Lapras, the Magmortar and the Electivire are really cool. The Keldeo's really cool, and I hate that Pokemon. The Absol, Latias. Look at all of these as like one art piece. Look amazing. And then the V's and the V-Star alternate arts are crazy, including the Mewtwo, and they don't stop. Look at these gold cards. Oh my god. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs to open, and why not? I'll open all 5. I know it's not a fair comparison. There's no point opening a tin of Crown Zenith and leaving some packs, right? I've got to open them all. I think if there was ever a set from Pokemon to be able to compete with the heat that we have seen today from the other TCGs, it is Crown Zenith, and let's see if they deliver on the first pack. Okay, they don't deliver on the first pack. We get B as a signature card. And how many do we need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the back. So currently, I think we have Magic the Gathering winning, right? Will Pokemon beat Magic the Gathering? That's, oh, I didn't do the pack trick. Wait. 1. Oh. Okay, I messed it up, and there was nothing cool anyway. God, you'd think it was like my job, basically, to open up Pokemon cards. It's crazy. If only I'd fucking learn to open Pokemon cards. I am going a bit faster through the Pokemon because I'm so used to opening it. But really, I need to be appreciating this art just as much as I was appreciating the other cards, right? Like this Skrelp, a classic Kamiya art, this is cool. And I don't really care about Skrelp, but this art is sick. And that is the power of like a good art in a card set, is like they make you appreciate things that you wouldn't normally appreciate. And that's why I think doing this video is a good test to all these TCGs, is I don't have any preconceived notions to appreciate some of these like card games, right? I just have to look at the art, and the art has to hold itself up against Pokemon that I care about. But it's not looking good. That was 3 packs. And most of the TCGs that I have gone over throughout this video, I've only opened 3 packs of and judged them based off that. And if I was going to judge that based on the 3 packs, then I'd have to say that the set list over here is doing some heavy lifting, because I can see the potential good cards, but bro, we hit nothing. What the hell? I did say I was going to open these other 2, so I am going to open them up, see if we hit anything good, because I do really want to at least give Pokemon a chance. Bro, oh, I saw something. I saw a shiny thing. Please, bro. Pokemon, you need a chance. Trekking shoes. Larion. Okay. We're coming back. That Larion art's kind of sick. Friends in Sinnoh. Wooloo. Shinx. Pancham. Snowrunt. Or that Rockruff. That reminds me of Silver Fangs from Yu-Gi-Oh! From the start of the video. Yay! And we get a Swablu Trainer Gallery. Dude. And the holo, miles above, I think, basically everything else in this video, which is crazy. Genuinely, maybe the Dragonball holo is the only one that compares to me. Like, the holographic shine, the rainbow texture, like, it's hard to describe unless you're in person. None of them compare to Pokemon. It's crazy. I think Swablu's a cool Pokemon, too. This is sick. Hell yeah. Okay, so after 4 packs, what would I give Pokemon? After the 5th pack, I will have to have come up with something. And I'm kind of worried at this point. I didn't really go into this video thinking like my takeaway is going to be this, right? Obviously, I like Pokemon, so I'm a little bit biased towards Pokemon. So I wanted them to do well. But after doing this opening, oh, dude, that Salandit is so sick, though. The art's crazy. I'm like, hey, maybe Pokemon isn't as goated as I thought it was, you know? Oh, I didn't mean to take 2 cards then. Oops. Emolga. And do we have anything to close out the video? We don't even get a hit. At least we got this Swablu, which is cool, right? But honestly, I think this might be generous. I'm giving Pokemon an 8. I think Magic the Gathering beats it, dude. And I think maybe Dragon Ball Z might beat it. What the hell? Obviously, Pokemon has its peaks. As we went through this list, there are so many arts in this list that I think are better than the potential arts in the other lists that we saw. But damn, it's crazy. The lows of Pokemon are lower than the lows of basically any other TCG that I've pulled today, which is so funny. So that's it. That's my ranking of every TCG ever. Now, obviously, this isn't every TCG, but you can already see how long this video is. Like, it's taking me 2 hours to unpack all of these and give my thoughts. 2 hours before it's edited is what I mean. And Magic the Gathering were on top, and Disney Lorcana easily on the bottom. They were definitely the worst. Bro, we got a fucking holo wardrobe. What's going on here? All right, so it's been a couple of days since I did my original ratings in the opening, and the only thing that I want to change is where Pokemon ranks on this list, because as a Pokemon head, this kind of video is all based around a comparison to Pokemon. And I have to say, it definitely beats some of the TCGs on this list, but in general, it's kind of mid. So instead of giving it an 8, I want to give it a 7.5, but I also want to move up Dragon Ball to an 8, making the list look something like this. I think the most disappointed I am out of all of these is MetaZoo. I was really hoping for something special, and I'm very happy with my rating of Disney because I do think it's so bad. Like I said in the video, I'm a Disney guy. I like Disney stuff. How is it so shit? And the biggest surprises definitely for me were Dragon Ball and Digimon. Dragon Ball less so, even though how it was like really cool. There's a lot of hype around Dragon Ball. I see it in like Pokemon vendor videos. Sometimes people will sell like full art Dragon Ball cards in like PSA 10 and whatnot. But I don't think I've seen anyone collecting Digimon. And it's kind of sick. Granted, the card that I cared about the most, the Metal Garurumon, didn't even come from the set that I bought, I don't think. So I might have given it a little bit of favoritism, but even looking through the set list, some of the alternate arts were very cool. And of course, the GOAT of this video, definitely Magic the Gathering, which in learning more about the TCG after this opening, I realized that there are some really cool like partner sets that Magic the Gathering do. Like, there's a Final Fantasy one that everyone seems to care about recently. There was a Lord of the Rings one. I've bought my friend who likes Doctor Who crossover. And I think some of the arts in those sets, if you care about that, like, piece of media, clear most of the cards that we've opened today. It might also be the best TCG, as in, like, not just collecting them, but, like, playing the actual game, because I know a lot of people care a lot about Magic. I don't think I'm planning on changing my YouTube channel to a Magic the Gathering channel anytime soon, but respect where respect is due. They're the winner of this video. Speaking of which, if you like this video, thank you very much for watching all the way through to the end. If you didn't like it, then why are you here, I guess? I've got a couple different ideas for similar videos like this, but I'm going to be honest, I probably won't do them if this video doesn't do very well, because it takes a lot of effort, it costs quite a bit of money, so show it some love in the comments, give it a like, share it to a friend, and I'll see you in the next video. Maybe click one of these if you still want to watch some more of my videos, more about Pokemon maybe. Alright, bye gang.